Good afternoon, friends. How's it going? How's it going? I'm out in 93-degree weather, enjoying this lovely Sunday. It's a little toasty, but as long as I'm moving, I'm not too bad. All right, so today's topic, talking about my Akrapovic, black titanium Akrapovic slip-on, my Akrapovic titanium headers. The only thing I do have is the valve, or the flapper as some people like to call it, in the header, and the baffles or DB killers in the slip-on. So when I went to, you can check out the video of me changing the headers and all that stuff if you want. I'll put it up here somewhere or wherever. I was going for, you know, a different tone. I wanted it to be a little louder. The RS's stock is very docile. It just has, it's uninspiring to say the least, like when you ride it. If you're riding it primarily for long distance and you're touring on it, then that's probably a good thing, because that's where sound, if the pipe is too loud, that's just really going to get on your nerves and your ears and all that stuff. I got the first, what I did is I got the black titanium slip-on mainly for aesthetic reasons, because I heard through the grapevine and also watching some YouTube videos that changing the stock exhaust to the Akrapovic exhaust didn't really make a whole lot of difference in the sound. Maybe a little bit deeper, but that's about it. It didn't really do very much. So I rode with that for a while, and it was just, again, aesthetics. I wanted the bike to be more blacked out, and I hated that gigantic chrome can. It just didn't look good. So the next step was the headers, and I did that so I could get rid of the cat and hopefully get another level of sound out of this pipe. And it definitely got a little bit deeper and gravelly sounding. And also the tune I got from BT Moto, that helped a lot in terms of the performance of the bike and idle speed and all kinds of other things, shifting. If you have an RS or even a GS and you haven't done a BT Moto tune, I would suggest looking into it, just because it really gives you like a new bike. It's that different, in my opinion, and other people that I know that have done the BT Moto are very happy with it. So with all that said, I've got this bike now with titanium headers, still got the valve in, no cat, Akrapovic slip-on with the DB killers, or the baffles still in there. And so I was like, okay, let's go to the next level of sound and see about getting rid of the baffles. And now, when I bought this exhaust, let's see, probably 4 years ago, I guess, something like that. There's the EU5, of course, which made all the exhausts tamper-proof to some degree. So if you look at the Akrapovic that goes on this RS, there's a couple of different ones depending on when they came out, I guess. There's one that has, and I think this is the one that goes on the GS. I mean, it's the same engine, same motor, all that. Just the angle is a little different in terms of the exhaust. So the one I've seen on multiple bikes, the GS, they have these little black rivets, and then they have the kind of stainless steel or steel wrap that goes around it with the rivets in it. So there's two sets of rivets, and the black rivets are smaller, and what you can do is drill those out, and then the cone, the carbon fiber cone on the end of the bike, or the end of the slip-on, will pop off, giving you access to the screws that hold the baffles in. Now, in days gone by, you used to be able to have access to those screws through the actual tailpipe. Like, you could just look into the exhaust and see the screws and get them out. You could use a screwdriver or something and smash the weld on it and kind of take them out that way. But the new ones, there's only two ways to do it. One is to drill the rivets out, slip the cone off, then you have direct access to the bolts that hold the DB killers in. And those are tack welded in place, so you can break the weld. Just put the socket wrench on top, and then give it a good crank, and it'll usually just snap the weld, and you're good to go. The other way is to drill two strategic holes in the side of the carbon fiber cone, giving you access again to those screws, breaking the welds, popping them off, and then you get some rubber grommets, and you stick those circular rubber grommets in those holes you just made, and you're all set. No one would ever know unless you pointed it out. Okay, so that's where we are. So I was making my decision based on those two. Mine does not have those smaller black rivets. It only has the stainless steel kind of band and those stainless steel rivets. So I thought about drilling those out, but I'm like, I don't know. Let's go with I had a friend that did the carbon fiber holes, and I've seen some other people online do it. It seemed easy enough. So my friend came over and he helped me out, and put some footage of that here. So we get the hole big enough. We started very small and worked our way to a larger size so we could have access and fit the socket in there and see the bolt and all that stuff. Just fast forward to the end, and in my case, the bolt was two things. They double tack welded it on two sides, and they deliberately rounded the bolt off, so I couldn't get a grip on it, so I was not able to get it out. So the next step is, well, I'm gonna have to drill the rivets to get this off, but failing with the first mission of just putting that kind of hole in the carbon fiber kind of bummed me out. So I said, I'm not going to do that today. I'm just going to let it sit for a little while. So then a few days fast forward, and I went on a ride with my buds on a Saturday morning to go get breakfast like we normally do. And that day we had a very spirited ride on the way home, meaning we were going pretty fast. And with the way I have the bike set up now, with the no cat, the headers and the muffler and all that, it does get quite loud, like when you get on it and you're going fast. So we are going, I'm not going to say how fast, but we're going very fast. And I got home and my ears were ringing, and I thought to myself, you know what, maybe that was a good idea, or that was a kind of an omen that I couldn't get that bolt off, because I definitely do not want to take those baffles off now, because that would be way too loud for me and the riding I do. It would just be very annoying. So that's my story about trying to take my baffles out. Again, I can still do it if I really wanted to, but I think I'm fine with the way the bike sounds now. It's the one, it's kind of quiet when you start it, which is the part I wish was a little bit more robust when you actually started it. Because I have friends that have Harleys, and I have friends that have inline 4 sport bikes with straight pipes. So, when they start their bikes, of course, the Harleys are rumbling and potato, 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 and it just sounds pretty cool. And then the sport bikes, of course, are high revving, like wow, and they sound really cool. So when I start mine, it's pretty docile. But when I get on it and I get over 5,000 revs, get up into the 6,000-7,000 revs. This red line's at 9,000, so around 7,000 is pretty high. And switching gears, it gets quite loud. And I've had a couple of my buddies say, "Wow, your bike sounds good," like when we're riding. So I don't know, I just wanted to share that with everyone, just in case people are considering doing that. And you know, kind of this will show a little bit about, you know, maybe what's involved, as well as why I didn't go through with the whole thing. So now I have one hole in my carbon fiber for no reason, but I got a little plug in there, and again, no one knows, can't see it unless I point it out. I'm okay with that. Lesson learned. Okay, so I just pulled over to put a microphone in my saddlebag back here, my pannier, just above the exhaust. So we're going to go for a ride, and I'll let you hear what my exhaust sounds like. I'm going to go through this neighborhood. It's not going to be very loud. I'm not going to get on the throttle too much. And then we'll get out on some roads where I can kind of get on the throttle a little bit more and let you hear it. And then you can let me know what you think. There's the startup. Okay, let's go. So what'd you think about that exhaust sound? Let me know. Any questions about my exhaust, what I've done to it? I have a video of putting the slip on. Gosh, that was probably 4 years ago or more. 4 years, something like that. That's basic, you know, you just slip it on, it's no big deal. And then I have a video about the headers, putting those on. And I have this video talking about the sound, and I was going to take the baffles out, and I didn't, and I'm glad I didn't, to be honest. But that's it. So thanks for joining me on this ride today, and we'll catch you next time. Later. Saw these guys coming up behind me, so I pulled over to the right, let them go by, catch them on camera.